This is The Process Shot. I'm Michael. I'm stuck in a haunted movie theater, and I've seen King of Jazz, a musical review from 1930 directed by John Murray Anderson. Unlike other musical reviews I've seen around here, where a plot is loosely built between a bunch of unrelated musical numbers, this movie makes a point in how it has no actual story to tell. Instead, all the focus is on Paul Whiteman and his orchestra, as well as a stellar lineup of singers and dancers, a couple of comedic skits and performances, and a dazzling display of musical ability and visual presence, bringing the spectacle of the stage theater to the movie theater. There really isn't much else to it. The movie is effectively a showcase for all of that, designed around putting on a good show for the audience and giving them a taste of not only the contemporary musical scene, but the future of film. After all, this is still very early in the sound era, and time was likely still needed to adjust audiences to new technologies. Then again, if they couldn't figure it out after a few years, that's on them. Anyways, the whole movie is pretty much made to be a working example of what can be done, taking a concept as easy to understand as a song and dance stage show and translating it to the big screen. It works out pretty solidly in King of Jazz, moving from song to song and from dance to dance, with small comedy bits peppered throughout, either to take a rest from other action or introduce the next performance. As a result, each individual scene does begin and end abruptly, as does the whole film itself, but that's not really too much of a surprise given the format. It's all really about what you see, and with the amount of production value on display, you get what you pay for. Unless you snuck in which case there's still quite a lot to take in. Spectacle really does seem to be the main attraction within King of Jazz, and it exudes from almost every frame of the movie. Set design is built around size, exuberance, and impracticality, with tall walls and door frames or other large movable props that are able to seat a 40-piece orchestra. Half of the film's appeal alone is in this lavish imagery, matched by cinematography that doesn't move around all too much, but does offer a chance to see these sets from multiple angles and depths. The other half of the appeal is in its color design, making a striking use of Technicolor to bring these sets and the performers to life. There are a few limitations, in that the color process at the time lacked any blue, but it's worked around very well and results in saturated pastels, somewhat pale, but still very loud. It just adds to the ongoing sense of exuberance and luxury, making this world of jazz feel larger than life and deserving of its cinematic stature. The pure review format may not have lasted for long before they started shoving in narratives between songs, but at least we have this movie to show that it wasn't as bad as they might have thought. King of Jazz, John Murray Anderson, 1930. 4 stars. I'd recommend giving it a watch if you can. That's it for this review. If you liked it, leave a like. If you have something to add, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews in the future. I wonder if something like this could be done today. It would probably have to be a bunch of random acts, though. Nobody really owns small orchestras anymore. And again, I wouldn't really know for sure. I don't get out much, after all.